Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hopefully you can hear me. If you're tuning in right now, hello everyone. Storm Tracker meteorologist Amber Kulik here. I'm going to give you a little update on our 31 alert day as we head into the overnight hours tonight. Just getting everything set up here. Make sure that we are on all of our channels online, Facebook, YouTube, and as well as the website. So just give me a minute here. Let's pop up 31 triple Doppler. You can look at that while I get everything set up here, and I will be with you momentarily and we will get this started. So right now nothing going on because the line's still off to our west. So again, gonna leave up 31 triple Doppler for a second and I'm gonna get all this set up and then we'll get rolling. So just a second here. Okay, now then, let's go ahead and cut back to me. So, good evening everyone, happy Friday. Hopefully you are enjoying it so far. Just wanted to hop on social media, give you a little update on our 31 alert day. So, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, my page and the Way 31 page. So hopefully you can tune in to one of those. We're just gonna deep dive in here and show you what we have going on this evening as far as the weather is concerned. So let's go ahead, switch right over. There's 31 triple Doppler right now, and nothing to show you so far, but there is a good chance that that will change as we head into the next couple of hours. So I'm gonna be bouncing around here a lot, doing different things, doing different camera shots here so you can see me better. There we go. So everything's up and going. Let's go ahead and go through this together. So here's a wide view of the satellite and the radar right now, what we have going on across the eastern half of the United States. There's a very thin line of showers and thunderstorms that have started to develop in Arkansas, and that is what's going to push into our neck of the woods overnight tonight. We do have ongoing tornado warnings in portions of Kentucky, and we'll even zoom in here and show you some of these. And again, this is not in our area, this is in Kentucky right now. A lot of lightning with these storms that are moving through Kentucky, one just off to the east there of Bowling Green. And again, it's not that part of the storm that will be moving into our neck of the woods. It's the parts that are starting to develop now in Arkansas. It's this little bit of the line that will be moving in our area as we head into the overnight hours tonight. So that's what we've been watching for. That's what we've been waiting for to develop, because now hopefully the models will be able to get a better idea of when it will push into our neck of the woods. So we have a tornado watch just off to our west and the portion of northern Mississippi there. That tornado watch goes until 2 a.m. on your Saturday morning. So we'll have to see if this is extended into North Alabama. Of course, there is a possibility of that as we head into the next couple of hours. So that's something we will be watching. And again, me and Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle, both here tonight, both have you covered as we move into the overnight hours. So here's your severe weather outlook. It runs until 6 a.m. on your Saturday morning, where we are seeing the ongoing tornado warnings right now. That's where we have the greatest threat for severe weather, but it does include us here across the Tennessee Valley. Zooming in a little closer, we got 3 colors here across our area, but one thing in common with all 3 colors is there is a chance of strong to severe thunderstorms across the entire viewing area. Now the orange and the yellow color, that's where your greatest risk are, and then it starts to taper off as we head towards Fort Payne, Gunnersville, Coleman, down to Gadsden. That's a marginal risk in that green color there. And you'll be the last ones to see the weather reach you as we head into early tomorrow morning as well. So that's your severe weather outlook. Now let's talk about the different categories of that outlook. And this is something that we really don't have the time to show you in a 3-minute weather hit on TV, so that's what social media is good for. Now here's your tornado risk today, and I know it kind of looks the same because it pretty much is your severe weather outlook, just in a different form. Now where you see those black hatches, that hatched area means that's where you have your greatest risk of seeing a tornado. Let's zoom in here and I'll show you what we're looking at across the Tennessee Valley. Now, our tornado risk is not zero. It's never zero when we see these type of events move in. But notice the hatched area, that's to our north. So your greatest threat of tornadoes will not be across the Tennessee Valley heading into those overnight hours tonight. So let's talk about wind. Again, a hatched area for the wind as well, but the greatest threat will stay just to the north of us here across the Tennessee Valley. Where you see that red color, where we're seeing the tornado warnings now, will be the greatest threat for those gusty winds. But we'll zoom in here because the damaging wind threat a little higher across portions of the Tennessee Valley than what the tornado threat is. And that's what we've been telling you over the past couple of days. With this line coming in, our greatest threat would be damaging winds and that large hail, and that's exactly what we're seeing in this outlook. So let's go ahead and talk about the hail threat as well. And notice some of us are included in that hatched area when it comes to the hail threat. There you go, zoomed in a little closer across the Tennessee Valley. So greatest threats going into the overnight hours tonight will remain gusty winds and that large hail. So let's break it down for you again. I showed you one way to kind of visualize what we're seeing. Here's another way. 3 categories. You got your wind category, greatest threat for that, 60 to 70 miles per hour along that line. Large hail will also be a possibility as we head into the overnight hours tonight. And then your tornado threat. It's on the lower end, but it's not zero as we move into the overnight hours tonight. So since it is an overnight event, you want to make sure that you do have those multiple ways to get watches and warnings during those overnight hours. So storm timing for you. I know this is probably on everyone's mind. When is it going to reach my house? Here you go. Here's a graphic. Hopefully you can find where you live at on the map. If you're in that bright red color, we're talking Killen, Muscle Shoals, Florence, Moulton, Town Creek, Decatur, Huntsville, Athens, Meridianville, Hazel Green. Then you're looking at your threats between 11 p.m. being the earliest arrival time through about 2 a.m. on your Saturday morning. Now in that darker red color, now we're getting into places like Hartselle, Faultville, Danville, Eva, Coleman, West Point, Gunnersville, Arab, Scottsboro. We're talking Fort Payne and into Henniger as well. Your threats will come a little later. We're looking at 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. on your Saturday morning. So yes, in the middle of the night. That's why you always want to make sure you have that NOAA weather radio turned on. You have your phone on loud, not on Do Not Disturb, because if it is on Do Not Disturb, you're not going to get those alerts and that Storm Tracker weather app, because it will send you those push alerts and let you know when that storm is approaching your neck of the woods. So let's take a look at future radar. It's been going back and forth over the past couple of hours here. So here's the latest model runs for you. By 10:30 tonight, this model saying we could start to see some stuff arriving in the shoals by that hour. Moving pretty fast as it moves through the Tennessee Valley. This one has it moving through the Huntsville Metro by 12:30 at night, and then into Sand Mountain by 2 o'clock. Fast moving out of here pretty quickly. You still get a little bit of sleep during those overnight hours. And then the good news is this is going to be one line and then it's out. As we head into tomorrow afternoon, it looks like we will be sunny through your Saturday. As we head into Saturday night though, here's 4 a.m. on your Sunday morning. We could see another round of showers and thunderstorms push through the area and could stay with us into the early morning hours on your Sunday. Here's 6 a.m., some very heavy rain and storms moving through the Huntsville metro, and we'll see a couple of more rounds as we move through the morning hours. Even into the afternoon hours, some scattered rain could stick around the Tennessee Valley. I'm showing you that because as we head into Sunday, Storm Prediction Center has us under that marginal risk of seeing some more stronger thunderstorms where, again, gusty winds and some large hail would be our main threats, and again, it's coming in during those early morning hours on Sunday. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. First, we got to get through our 31 alert day here at home that will be in place as we head into the overnight hours tonight. I can actually show you that graphic if you did miss our newscast this evening. So here we go, 31 alert day in place tonight for damaging winds, some hail, and brief isolated tornadoes along that line that does move through the Tennessee Valley. Timing 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. roughly across the area. Not saying that storms will get here exactly at 11. They could come a little faster, they could come a little slower, and not saying that the storms will leave exactly at 4 a.m. We could still see some hanging around, especially over in Sand Mountain by 4 a.m. in the morning. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. I'll go back through a couple of things here. We'll talk about 31 triple Doppler. We really don't have anything going on at home right now. It's all off to our west. Wider view for you. And it's that line back into Arkansas that we've kind of been waiting to see how it forms and see how it acts over the next couple of hours, because it's that part of the line that we'll be pushing into the Tennessee Valley as we move into the overnight hours tonight. So me, Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle, will both be here through the evening hours and overnight hours as long as we have to be until we can give all of you at home from the Shoals through the Huntsville Metro, through Sand Mountain, all clear. And then we'll be able to get some sleep. But here's what we have going on across the eastern half of the United States. I actually want to zoom this out a little bit because you see that spin, that is that area of low pressure that is bringing that cold front through the Tennessee Valley, and that's that line of storms that we'll be pushing through here overnight tonight. But an impressive spin on that area of low pressure, and a lot of severe weather taking place to our north. Couple of active tornado warnings there in Kentucky right now. Just had a severe thunderstorm that had the capability of producing a tornado move through Bowling Green. So if you have family up that way, then you want to make sure that you're checking in on them over the next couple of hours here. So let's go back down. We'll talk about the area of this line that will be impacting us. Right now, only one severe thunderstorm warning, because it's this line that will slowly make its way to our neck of the woods as we head into the next few hours here. One severe thunderstorm warning headed towards Little Rock, Arkansas. Hopefully this part of the line will behave itself, because it is that part of the line that we will see across the Tennessee Valley. So let's walk you back through future radar one more time. Maybe you're just hopping on here to see what's going on with the weather. But first, let's get one last look at your storm timing for you overnight tonight. Bright red color again, Muscle Shoals, Moulton, Athens, Decatur, Huntsville, Fayetteville, up into Tennessee. We're looking at earliest arrival time for these storms, 11 p.m. tonight, latest by 2 a.m. And then if you're in that dark red color, Coleman, Gunnersville, Scottsboro, Fort Payne, down to Gadsden, 1 a.m. earliest arrival time for you, latest around 4 a.m. So here's one last look at future radar. And again, future radar's been going back and forth on this for the past couple of days. So timing is still kind of a pain to get nailed down, but this model run showing storms arriving in the Shoals as early as 11 o'clock tonight. Continuing to push through Huntsville Metro by 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and then over into Sand Mountain as we head into 1, 2 o'clock on your Saturday morning. Then it's out of here after that, looking at a nice day on Saturday. Then as we head into Saturday night, we'll see possibility of another round moving through. Some thunderstorms moving through places like Muscle Shoals by 4 o'clock in the morning. Then you got 6 o'clock in the morning, another round of some showers and thunderstorms moving through the Huntsville metro area, and then possibly yet another round after that as we move into 8, 9 o'clock in the morning with a few leftover showers during your Sunday afternoon. So make sure that you have those multiple ways to get watches and warnings as we head into not just tonight, but even on your Saturday night as well. Saturday night not looking like a large severe threat. Here you go. Marginal risk for us across the Tennessee Valley as we head into your Sunday. Gusty winds, large hail will be our main threats with that as well. But I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. Sorry, I just got an update from the National Weather Service. Tornado watch coming for southern middle Tennessee counties. So that will include Lincoln, Moore, and Franklin County through 3 a.m. So here's the tornado watch that we have right now. It does not include any of us across North Alabama, but like I said, National Weather Service just said for Lincoln, Moore, and Franklin County, Tennessee, the tornado watch will be coming out, and that will last until 3 a.m. The one that we have right now in northern Mississippi lasts until 2 a.m. on your Saturday morning. So this is a trend that we will keep an eye on over the next couple of hours, see if that's extended into parts of North Alabama. But right now it's just a waiting game. See how these storms develop, see how they act as we're losing the instability, the sun is setting. So it's just going to be a waiting game to see what happens from here on out. But I just wanted to hop on here and give you an update on what we have going on across the Tennessee Valley so far. And so far, still quiet for the time being, but Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle will have your latest forecast for you coming up at 10 p.m. I'll be here all night with him watching these storms. We, of course, will break in if we need to, and we'll probably be back on social media after the 10 o'clock newscast tonight so we can give you the latest updates to everything that is happening. But I'm going to go ahead and hop off here now. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your evening. Again, make sure that you do have ways to get those watches and warnings as we head into the overnight hours tonight. But thank you for joining me, and again, we'll have you covered if we do need to break in this evening.